Alright, boys. Another day, another Echidnut video. Today, we got Tragedy of the Sword Saint. Let's get into it.
With this episode, the Priestella City arc of ReZero has officially hit the climax, and so did I when Reinhardt took his sword out, because that sword alone has more aura than every episode of Solo Leveling combined. All season, we've been wanting Reinhardt to do this, but tragically, the only person who was worthy of it was his own grandmother. Season 3, up until today, had ventured away from the dark emotional storytelling ReZero's known for, and shifted toward a more fight-oriented, action-centric season. But this episode, we witnessed one of the saddest, most painful emotional highlights of the entire series. And yes, this episode made me cry. But not because of Theresia. I cried tears of joy because my queen got 20 seconds of screen time. Pandora showing up at the scene of Theresia's death.
Are you dead ass, bro? I cried. No, not because Theresia though. Like, happiness. Pandora. Bro, are you dead ass, bro? Yes, Pandora pulled up, man. What a crazy fucking... I did not expect Pandora to pull up at all, man. Like what?
Showing up at the scene of Theresia's death was totally unexpected, but definitely a welcome sight. Her appearance made Wilhelm's backstory even more tragic now that we know that this whole time he's been blaming himself and his family without knowing that Pandora is really the one responsible for basically all the pain in his life. But
it's just so fucked up. He obviously is gonna blame everyone else, but because like bro does not even know about Pandora. Like, Pandora's just out there doing shit and like people don't even fucking know. So like it just seems like for example, like he just blames Reinhardt, but it's like Pandora just pulled up and just said, alright, so you dying. like it's not even fair, man. Like, it's just unfair, bro. Yeah, Pandora's just destroying families just because she can, bro. Like,
is really the one responsible for basically all the pain in his life.
Annoying.
Potentially the final boss of ReZero, Pandora is the only character that hides her existence from history, meaning we have basically no information about her. It's possible that this whole time she could have been following us around, orchestrating tragedies and manipulating events, and the reason we haven't seen any of that is simply because she's tampering with everyone's memories.
Like, do y'all realize like how broken this is? Like, she will literally be the final boss. I think that makes perfect sense. Final boss. The final thing we gotta overcome, bro. Literally Pandora. What's the reason Pandora never appears since Subaru arrived? My go got aura. My go got aura. She was scared of. She scared of my boy Subaru, bruh. I have no clue. The reason Rem can spell which sense because of Pandora. Can you imagine? At this point, we it's just funny because like we can just say everything is Pandora, huh? Yo, we can just say anything is Pandora. You know what? Anything happens and we don't know the answer. Blame it on Pandora, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Theoretically, Pandora could be in my room right now. In fact, I might go hump the air just in case she's invisible.
I might go hump the air just because she... Are we dead ass?
Theoretically, Pandora could be in my room right now. In fact, I might go hump the air just in case she's invisible. On a real note, it's insane how they could fit such an emotional roller coaster in just a 5-minute episode. Wilhelm is one of the best side characters of all time, and I just want him to be happy after this. The music and voice acting perfectly captured the emotion in these moments, and if anyone else cried, please let me know in the comments. However, the highlight of the episode for me was unexpectedly the white whale scene. It just felt like I was being fisted by nostalgia. I didn't realize how much I missed this big fat flying.
Yeah, it's been... Okay. It's been a while. Season 1, right? But like, for me, it's only been like a little bit. But like, imagine the people, right? That like, watched Season 1 when it came out. 2016, right? 2016, bro. Like... Motherfucker seeing that shit again, it's like, what the hell, dude? Like, yo, that shit exists?
And fuck, this scene brought me back in time to sitting in my old room watching ReZero Season 1 on my iPhone 5S, probably neglecting my homework, just hoping that Subaru would defeat the White Whale, which at the time I thought was the Archbishop of Gluttony. I really didn't know anything, didn't know who Echidna was yet, so Rem was still my favorite character, and I had no clue how impactful ReZero would eventually become.
Dude, Echidna lore? Lore? Yeah, but like, I feel like that was a lot of us. Even including me, I do agree. Rem was like, I loved Rem. But it's just like... But it's just like, you know, she got put to sleep. She got put to sleep. Amelia started getting more screen time. Backstory of Amelia. Amelia, way better. Echidna, way better. Amelia, Echidna, hell, Priscilla. I don't know. Loved what happened. Now do you still not like her? What do you mean? Like, okay, me personally, I like Rem. I think Rem is like, listen, I like Rem, but it's like, you know, when I really think back, you know, and like now that like we're like so deep into this fucking series now. It's just like, I think there's just like way better girls now, bruh. It's just how it is. Also the fact that like the entirety, like, if we, like, literally, we could also say that like she technically saved Subaru, but like a lot of things because of her did happen in season 2, huh? Like, she was the reason that Subaru did a lot of things and was literally like cooking himself and using himself as a tool because he saw himself as a hero and all that shit. But you know what I mean? Like, very manipulative as well. Like, I don't know. Rem has some very big issues, like some glaring issues, right? Like I could like go all day, but it's because of the cut content, right? Cut content, you guys' comments, you know. My perspective on Rem has changed, right? Perspective on Rem has changed, but back then in season 1, bro, she was best girl for me, man. But things change, man.
How impactful ReZero would eventually become. I was just enjoying the anime without even realizing how much it meant to me. And for some reason, seeing the White Whale again triggered all of that. But anyway, there's a lot to talk about this episode. For the first time ever in the anime timeline, Reinhardt has unsheathed his weapon, the Dragon Sword. We did see him use it against Puck, but that was just a trial formed by Echidna's imagination, which in my opinion makes it even more canon. But this is officially the first time it's ever happened in the anime, and that's a big deal because the Dragon Sword is more powerful than the Yang Sword that can burn anything its wielder wants, and more powerful than the other 8 swords of power that I can't talk about due to spoilers.
Yep, exactly. The strongest one of the 10 swords of power. Dude, the fucking Yang sword is so strong. You're telling me that, bro, the Dragon sword is stronger than that shit, bro. And yeah, we also did obviously see it in the trial, but it's a trial, so the actual canon, like actual like plot point, the actual time where he actually pulled it off for the first time, we actually fucking saw that shit. It was so good, bro.
It's the strongest weapon in the entire ReZero universe, though. It's enchanted with a divine protection from the sword god himself, and it's said to have drank the blood of thousands of dragons and even slain witches and demon gods.
Whoa! Let me hear that sword lore again. What?
It's the strongest weapon in the entire ReZero universe, though. It's enchanted with a divine protection from the sword god himself.
Yeah, I think I do remember something like that.
And it's said to have drank the blood of thousands of dragons and
drank the blood of thousands of dragons. What the fuck is this sword, bro? What is this sword made out of, bro? Yo, what the fuck is this sword made out of, man? Dragons? I guess.
Even slain witches and demon gods. And I wish the...
Slain witches and even demon gods? All those dragons were worthy? Baby? All the dragons were fucking worthy? Like, what?
Of thousands of dragons and even slain witches and demon gods.
What the fuck is a demon god, actually? The fuck is a demon god? Something outside world, maybe? What the fuck?
And I wish the author would elaborate on what that means.
Okay. I wish the author would elaborate on what that means, but what the fuck? What the fuck, man? Alright, well, there's no answer for that shit.
Gods, and I wish the author would elaborate on what that means. The visual effects and the sound design were fucking amazing.
Yeah.
They absolutely nailed the aura and the gravity of the dragon sword being drawn and really made it seem like the world itself reacted to it. And
Yeah.
I cannot stress enough how massively this scene improved upon this chapter of the novel. In the novel, Reinhardt didn't even pull the sword out. He just showed up already holding it. So
What?
for that, I forgive any and all of the cut content in this episode.
Huh. Do y'all think that Tappei, like... Y'all think that Tappei, like, maybe, like, has, like, does some, like, stuff, right, in the light novel, and y'all think, like, in the anime, he, like, wants to fix it? You know what I mean? Like, maybe he thinks it's, like, a way better to, like, do it in the anime, so, like, that's also, like, a purpose of the anime. You know what I mean? Yeah, anime improved Reinhardt's aura. Yeah, like, maybe, like, I don't know. Yeah, like, I think Tappei definitely, he when he's like doing this like whole like helping out with the anime adaptation stuff, like, and he looks like the source material, like maybe he looks at it, he's like, damn, that's it though? Reinhardt pulls out with the sword? Nah, make it pull it out, bro. Yo, make him pull it out in the most epic way possible, and also show how the world looks, bro, when he's trying to pull it out. Like, I feel like Tappei like probably like looks back on it, he's like, maybe this could have been better. Like, maybe I want to change it like this, maybe make it a little better. Like, okay, that's cool though. Yeah, they definitely improved upon it then, like, compared to the light novel then.
So for that, I forgive any and all of the cut content in this episode, which I will talk about soon. Another detail I liked was how you could see Theresia's life flash before us within the swing of the sword. This was almost a perfect scene. I just thought the soundtrack didn't really fit. It's such a beautiful song, but a bit too heroic and happy for a scene where Reinhardt kills his own grandmother while her husband and child beg him to stop. And the dragon sword is ReZero's equivalent of a nuclear bomb. So this happy, optimistic soundtrack didn't really convey its monstrous and terrifying power. Again, great song. Love the song. I just didn't think it made sense in this context.
Fair enough. Fair fucking enough. I mean, but like, I thought, yeah, I didn't really think much of it though. Like, fair enough. Like, I get his point, but it's like, me personally, I didn't really mind it. I didn't really see anything bad about it. I think it was fine.
Like, imagine if they played Requiem of Silence during the Priscilla stripping scene.
Yeah. Yo. My God, this was literally just an excuse to use this, by the way. This was literally an excuse. Just an excuse to put the fucking Priscilla scene. Dude, Requiem of Silence, man. God, episode 50 was so good, y'all. Eventually we'll watch that video, bro. We need to watch that video of Echidnut, bro. Again, I'm trying to focus on the main things of ReZero. Once we get to season 4 and we're only doing it weekly, like the episodes, we're gonna focus more on the other side stuff, the other videos of ReZero, okay? And I really want to react to the video that Echidnut has, the why episode 50 is the best episode of anime, bro. I need to see that video, because, bro, that episode's so fucking good, man. It was just fucking cinema, dude. Just have to rewind it, you know? Just have to rewind it.
Not gonna lie, that did go kinda hard. Or at least I did. Still, Theresia's sword attack here was stated to be the most perfect attack Wilhelm had ever seen.
Yes.
But it didn't matter because her opponent was Reinhardt.
Yep, and you said mention this. And you said mention this, like, literally the most perfect strike ever, but like, it's Reinhardt, so Reinhardt literally just said, fuck that shit.
When you pair the most powerful person with the most powerful weapon, you just get complete dominance. Despite Theresia being worthy of the sword, as well as the previous owner of the sword, one swing of it was all it took to end the fight before it even started. To put it in perspective how powerful Reinhardt and the dragon sword truly are, Theresia used to solo armies, and that was standard procedure. Part of the military strategy was just to send Theresia alone to kill the enemy's entire army. Lieutenant Theresia, for today's objective, I want you to go out there and win the war.
And it's crazy because it's fucking crazy, right? Reinhardt's strength and the power of the dragon sword. Like, what the fuck do you do against that? What could he do? What could he fucking do, bruh? What do y'all think he could fucking do, bro? Bro, he could solo the entire world, bro. Like, he could solo anyone.
Air Army. Lieutenant Theresia, for today's objective, I want you to go out there and win the war. Single-handedly. And she actually fucking did. Which makes it even more impressive that Wilhelm was able to match her, especially considering the fact that he has no divine protections, no magic, no authorities, no mana flow method. He is literally just a guy with a sword.
He's just a guy with a sword, and he was able to match Theresia, the Sword Saint. So it's like, what are we fucking talking about then, right? So like, the Sword Demon, yeah. So like, what the fuck is Reinhardt? What the fuck? Yo, Reinhardt's like all the way up there, bro, in the fucking levels. Like, it's just like, it's still like fucking shocks me, bro. Because like, Will can match, right? And then you did mention that too, right? Like, no amount of training will ever get to Reinhardt's level. Like, it will never get you to Reinhardt's level. But the training that Will did was able to get him to Theresia's level. So, he has nothing. He literally has nothing. So it's like, crazy that he was able to match Theresia. And Reinhardt is just a whole nother fucking level. So like, he's not going to be able to fucking reach it no matter what. Like,
no mana flow method. He is literally just a guy with a sword. And despite his age, he was even holding his ground against Theresia right up until Heinkel distracted him and caused him to lose. Heinkel ruins literally everything, and he wasn't always an asshole. Heinkel used to be chill up until the day his wife Luana, Reinhardt's mother, fell into a coma. That's why Heinkel started drinking and kidnapping lollies and shit. Anyway, the point is, Theresia was an absolute monster on the battlefield, single-handedly ending an entire war. And yet, it only took Reinhardt one swing of his sword to kill her. That really put the scale of his power in perspective for me, and frankly, I find it terrifying.
Like, one swing, y'all. Bro, did he even try? Did he even try? Like, also, yeah, Luana mentioned, man, low key. I actually want to hear this part again.
Heinkel ruins literally everything, and he wasn't always an asshole. Heinkel used to be chill up until the day his wife Luana, Reinhardt's mother, fell into a coma. That's why Heinkel started drinking. Yeah,
she fell into a coma. I do remember reading a little bit of story in the comments, right? I didn't want to go too deep into it because I don't know if it's spoilers, right? Like, I don't know if it's like spoilers or anything, but yeah, pretty much she's the reason, right? And yes, the sleeping beauty disease was also mentioned in that comment, right? There was a person who commented something like that. Yeah, she fell into a coma, sleeping beauty disease, and that literally just made him spiral, bro. Started drinking, everything went to shit, dude. She fell into a coma when Reinhardt was 2, I believe. Damn, at 2 years old, bro. He was like 2 years old. Tragic. It's just tragic, right? It's just so fucking tragic, man.
Single-handedly
missed out on his whole life.
Ending an entire war, and yet it only took Reinhardt one swing of his sword to kill her. That really put the scale of his power in perspective for me, and frankly, I find it terrifying. Plus, the way he kills Theresia without a shred of remorse or hesitation reminded me of Puck's words from Season 2. You're a hero, Reinhardt, and a hero is all you'll ever be.
Wow. That's true. Puck did say that. He did say that. That is fucking wild. Like, he did show nothing, right? He showed... Super also said this in the future trial. He did? Man, there was a lot going on in the future trial. There was a lot of people, like, there was like a lot of quotes, right? Yeah, the future trial had a lot of quotes and shit, right? Man, like, what the fuck? Yeah, it was also shown they had a moment, right, in the trial too, in the future trial. They had a moment. I don't think we got any specifics on what exactly happened though, but like, they had a moment. They talked, and I just don't know what the fuck that's gonna be like what encounter they're gonna have in the future, right? That has to do with that specific situation. But it's just crazy to me that yeah, pretty much, right? You're a hero, but hero is all you can be. Thank you for saving me. Wow. So now it's just like, That's such an interesting line because yeah, like as I cannot mention here, he didn't show any remorse, any regret, or nothing. He just went for the job. He was like, I just gotta save everyone. A hero's the only thing you'll ever be, huh? I wonder how dangerous that could be. Like, how does Reinhardt see himself, dude? Like, what does he think of himself, you know? Like, I wish we got more on Reinhardt's thoughts, right? You know what I mean? Like, I really wish we got more on Reinhardt, like, thoughts, like, what he's thinking, right? What he's thinking, how he feels. You know what I mean? Because, like, we just, like, assume from the outside, but it's like, how does he really feel about himself? Yeah, we can assume he has low self-esteem, but, like, cool, right? We can say, I think, we can assume, but I really would love to see a Reinhardt POV. I would love to see a Reinhardt, like, day in the life of Reinhardt, right? Like, we need one of those, bro. Like, I need to see, like, what he really thinks about himself, like, you know what I mean? What he saw when he went to the moon? Yo! Author said Reinhardt's POV spoiler? I can't do this anymore. So I guess that's the reason. But like, I was still nah. But like, I still need like, would it really be spoiler to? I guess would it really be spoiler to see how Reinhardt really feels about himself? Would it? Maybe. Maybe it could be a spoiler, huh? Yeah, how he sees the world. Like, I want to know. I really want to know, bro. Obviously, the moon thing is a spoiler, so we can't fucking know that. But like, I don't know, man. I just want to know more about Reinhardt, bro. He's still a mystery. Yeah, Allagda. He sees Allagda. I don't know, man. We could just say maybe speculate, but like, I really want to see his POV, bro. Hopefully, we do one day, man.
From season 2, you're a hero, Reinhardt. And
yeah, this line is interesting too.
Let's talk about Theresia's backstory, though. In the novel, Reed Estrella is mentioned as the first-generation Sword Saint, and it's because of his heroic accomplishments that the Estrella family became a family of swordsmen. Except Theresia had no interest in swordsmanship. In fact, she hated it, and she hated her ancestor Reed Estrella for forcing it upon her family. But the actual reason for that wasn't properly explained in the anime. The anime kind of framed it as Theresia felt guilty for overshadowing her brothers despite all their training and hard work. And I'm sure that was part of it, but the main reason she hated the sword was because of her blessing of the death god. Theresia's blessing was honestly more of a curse, because anytime she cut someone, whether accidentally or on purpose, their wound would never stop bleeding, and that's why Theresia hated swordsmanship. Aside from that, the
wow, okay, yeah, that's more of a way better perspective on it, huh? It's not really just the older brother stuff. Like, the blessing that she has is a curse. It doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. Ally, enemy. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is. Whoever she cuts is permanently cut, permanently damaged. That's it. And I guess that really fucks her up. That's why she didn't really want to become a swordsman. Wow, man. Yeah, that's a way. Obviously the whole brother thing maybe had a part of it, but that's also probably the main thing, right? She was born with that one. Yeah, that was the one she was born with, and she's also very young too, right? I think it was mentioned she was like 12. I think she was like 12, right? Yeah, Theresia at 12, Reinhardt. Why the fuck the sword god picking children? I don't know, man. I don't know what the sword god's cooking, bro. Yeah, one cut of people can die from bleeding. Exactly, like. It's a very, very, it's kind of funny, right? A blessing that is a curse. Like, what? A cursed blessing, man. A cursed blessing. That sounds crazy.
Their wound would never stop bleeding, and that's why Theresia hated swordsmanship. Aside from that, the biggest piece of cut content was when Theresia gained her second blessing, the blessing of the Sword Saint. In that moment, we were actually supposed to hear the sword god laughing at her. His voice continued to mock her for most of her life, actually. And honestly, I didn't even know there were gods in ReZero. So because Theresia...
He was laughing? He was laughing? Y'all think he did that to troll? Y'all think he was like, yo, wait, you hate swordsmanship? Wait, you don't want the divine protection of the sword saint? Here you go. What the fuck? What? I guess, yeah. Mocking, right? Like, just making fun of her. And then after that happened, I guess, like, when she, like, wasn't, wielding the sword or using it, right? I guess, like, while she was, like, not using the sword and she didn't want to use the sword while having the divine protection of the sword saint, the sword god was just laughing, like, mocking her.
At her. His voice continued to mock her for most of her life, actually. And honestly, I didn't even know there were gods in ReZero.
Yeah,
so because Theresia refused to pick up a sword, her uncle and all her brothers died in the war fighting in her place. It wasn't until Wilhelm went off to battle that Theresia finally picked up the sword again to rescue him from being killed by demi-humans. Theresia actually falling in love with Wilhelm was another part of her backstory that was cut from the anime, so basically this meeting between her and Wilhelm became a daily occurrence every morning, and she thought Wilhelm reminded her of a sword in the way that he's so rough and unchanging. But eventually he does change when he falls in love with her and softens up a bit, finally admitting that he doesn't hate flowers anymore. By the way, interesting detail, but this location where Wilhelm and Theresia first met is coincidentally the exact same spot where Felt runs into Reinhardt 50 years later in Season 1, Episode 3.
What the fuck? Yeah, what? What? That's crazy. It's from Q&A? Yo, motherfuckers really just be asking anyone, huh? Or what? Anyone. Anything to Tape. That's crazy. Yeah, it really changed, though. The difference. Look at how it looks here, bro. And then, like, in that episode, look at the homes here and shit.
First met is coincidentally the exact same spot where Felt runs into Reinhardt 50 years later in Season 1, Episode 3. I don't know what that means, but, you know, it kind of sounds like they might fuck. I guess we'll find out in a future season, and hopefully that's a distant future season, because I don't think Reinhardt's immune to diss tracks.
What? What? Love at first sight again? Confirm shit? What are we talking about, man? Alright, bro.
Know what that means, but, you know, it kind of sounds like they might fuck. I guess we'll find out in a future season, and hopefully that's a distant future season.
Bro, Reinhardt's not beating the lolly. Is Reinhardt gonna beat the allegations, bro? Bro likes lollies, man. He's not beating the fucking allegations, okay? He's not beating the fucking allegations, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
I guess we'll find out in a future season, and hopefully that's a distant future season, because I don't think Reinhardt's immune to diss tracks. So Reinhardt being blamed for Theresia's death, as well as basically all the drama in the Estrella family, was in reality caused by Pandora. Yeah.
Fucking Pandora. Everything that fucking happened, all the drama, it's just because of this fucking bitch, man. Goddamn Pandora. What is she cooking, man?
All the drama in the Estrella family was in reality caused by Pandora. Yes, Heinkel is an asshole, but Pandora is the one responsible for Theresia's death, and unfortunately, we are the only ones who know that.
Yep.
A guest appearance by Pandora and Reinhardt unsheathing the dragon sword in the same episode almost sounds too good to be true, so let's just take a moment to appreciate how blessed we are.
Facts.
This episode was a 10 out of 10, best episode of the season so far.
He always says this. Yo, he always says this shit, man.
How blessed we are. This episode was a 10 out of 10, best episode of the season so far, etc. Also, these videos are just my first impressions, by the way, and my opinions do change frequently, so honestly, the soundtrack from the Dragon Sword scene is already growing on me. As you can probably tell, I've been using it constantly throughout this video.
Oh, well, what the fuck? Quick, man. Okay, see, like, it wasn't bad. I thought it was good.
I think maybe I went too heavy with the criticism earlier, but I'm leaving that in the video simply because that was my genuine first impression.
Okay.
After watching the scene over and over though, I've actually started to like the song choice. I think initially I was just expecting something more along the lines of Ludwig's theme from Bloodborne or something.
Jesus Christ, yeah. That would have been crazy. Wait, no, he might be right. He might be right. Holy shit. He might be right, y'all. Yo, he might be right. That would have, something like that would have been crazy.
Along the lines of Ludwig's theme
Run
from
it back.
Bloodborne or something. One last fun fact before I go.
That would've
When
been
the author
crazy.
First dropped this chapter,
Dude, that would have been fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie, some song like that would have gave me bro, the chills.
One last fun fact before I go. When the author first dropped this chapter, he was surprised at everyone's approval of Reinhardt killing Theresia because apparently he intended for us to hate Reinhardt.
Really? Really? But like, how? To be honest, like, just knowing that it's like kind of something that needs to be done, right? Needs to be done, and you know, a hero just gotta do what he gotta do, and it's just like, I guess like he thought that we were supposed to hate him. Hell no. Yo, hell no, man.
After this episode. Anyway, that's all I
Damn.
got. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you next week. Thanks everyone for
All
watching.
right.
Until next time, keep talking about ReZero. I'm out for now. Peace.
All right. What a fucking video, man. Another W video from Echidnut, man. Yeah, I think the author didn't see that correctly. I think it was fine. I like Reinhardt, bro. What? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we fuck with Reinhardt over here, man. Like, I don't know, but well, man. Overall, another amazing video by Echidnut, man. Another W fucking video, bro. That's going to be it for today's video, man. If y'all enjoyed and you're new, subscribe, leave a like down below. The full uncut version to all ReZero content will be on Patreon. As always, have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. See you guys.